have very lightly sketched out my girl. Can you see her? And I'm starting to paint her in with the white swan. It's the same white I used on the background. And then I have cake batter along with me, and I have sandy blonde. So I'm just going to blend in some skin tones on her face and neck, and then I'm gonna figure out her hair. I have started on her hair. I'm using Prom Queen right now, and I'm gonna add some weathered wood for the darker contrast that we need to make this look a little bit dimensional. Lastly, I'm going to paint in her shoulder and, you know, sort of bottom of her neck area, but clothed, and I'm using Bohemian Blue and Kissing Booth. I love her so far. Isn't she so cute? She's turning out to be a little bit innocent, just like us all, right? Innocent in trying to live our lives and being overwhelmed by stress and craziness. So I think that she is going to be perfect. So I'm going to wait for this to dry overnight, and then I'm going to top it again with another coat of Big Top, and then I'm going to start the rest of the collage with the birds and the verse. Okay, we are to the fun part. I have printed out my verse from Confucius on my computer, and I've laid it out onto my canvas. I chose a 48-point font. I can't remember the name of the font, but you guys can just mess around and see what you think looks cool. And then I've laid out the birds onto the canvas, and I'm going to kind of get started adhering everything, and I've got one more decision to make after that. I'm using the DIY liquid patina as my decoupage medium. I just have a little craft brush here, and I have my nonstick craft mat, and you can kind of just paint on the liquid patina right onto the craft mat, and then you can just rinse this off under the sink, and in true to its name, it is nonstick. So I chose 48 point, and to be honest with you, that's the one that I chose instantly on the computer and thought, well, I'll check this out and see if it's too big, and if it's too big, then I would have, lowered the font size and printed it out again. But I cut out all the words and laid it out, and ultimately, I actually think they're kind of a perfect size. The scale of the woman is smaller, so it would make sense for the phrase, the quote, to be what stands out. So really, it's just it's a trial and error. I took a chance on 48 point, and it ended up being the exact correct thing in my mind. This is my take on this idea. That's why it's called inspiration, right? Because you can do what looks right and what looks pretty and lovely to you. So I've chosen the diagonal direction just more for balance and flow. There's a lot of movement in these words, so it takes your eye all the way from the top to the bottom. This area is going to tend to be sort of lost, so I'm still considering whether I should put this in or not. I kind of think yes, because it's a transfer. The white parts aren't going to show, and so I've got a medium element, I've got a large element, and then I have a white space that I need to kind of figure out, but I think this will work. So I am going to finish up getting this verse adhered, and I'm going to go for the transfers. Because this is a framed stretched canvas, there's only a hard surface, about an inch into the canvas, so I'm just putting a hard surface underneath so that I can get this bird down. That's pretty good. So it's just the top to my big liquid patina. And I'm going to start placing these. I think this one's going on first. I'm going to put it right with her hairline here. And then you can use the scraper they give you. This is a scraper from Iron Orchid Designs. I like this one because it's really thick. You can use an old credit card, whatever you can to rub it on, and then you just rub it on. Ultimately, I decided a big yes because I really like the darkness that this transfer brings in. It kind of just pops right off the page. So I'm putting it on.